episode number 10 is going down. It is the 3rd of July 2026 and it's actually my first day off of the summer holiday. So PhD was handed in on Thursday, so I'm just waiting for feedback off my supervisors now, so they aren't back in until September. And I've done it strategically like that, just to give myself a little bit of downtime now prior to heading back to work in September for the new academic year. So it feels quite nice to have a full first day off, but it hasn't started off particularly well because my coffee machine is broken and I'm waiting for a new coffee machine to be delivered at some point today. DPD have not given me the tracking information just yet. So I thought I'd run you through a full day of eating at the moment. We are currently 8 weeks post-cut, in probably the best shape that I've been in at this body weight. Currently weighing in this morning at, what did I weigh in at? 77.15 kg. So I finished my cut at 71 kg, so we're up a fair amount over the last 8 weeks, and conditions holding really well as well. But I thought I'd run you through a full day of eating today. Currently, calorie setup is 3,982 calories on training days, 209 grams of protein, 631 grams of carbs, and 60 grams of fats. And then on non-training day, we are currently sitting at 3,664 calories, protein 208, carbs 532, and fats at 74. So it is a training day today. We're going to be training the chesticles this morning, International Chest Day on a Monday, of course. I'm going to be running you through a full day of what that looks like. You know, when it comes to eating in a calorie surplus, it requires like a different sort of headspace, and I think if you miss a meal timing, for instance, then it becomes problematic when you're eating this much food. So I'm going to show you how I run through my day. But first up, meal number 1, we are going for Engineered Muscles rice pudding for breakfast. So this is an amazing product if you're into rice pudding. If you're into rice pudding, if you're not into rice pudding, then you're going to fucking hate it, isn't you? But it's a really good setup. Per 100 grams, there is 83 grams of carbs in this. So, of course, carbohydrates are going to be a key fuel for driving performance in the gym. So we're currently sitting at 125 grams of this as a pre-workout. So I'm going to train probably in the next, what time is it now? 6:30 in the morning. Probably train around about 7:30, 7:45 this morning. So I'm going to get this down me now, but it's really simple to prepare. You just bang the rice, which looks like this, into a bowl, and then you just add boiling water to it. So I normally add, I always add pink salt into that, and my creatine as well. So 5 grams of creatine goes in every morning, and I normally just bang it in with meal number 1. I go for an unflavoured creatine. And the reason I go for an unflavoured creatine is I have enough sweeteners in other artificial sweeteners in a lot of my other products, whey, cream of rice, that sort of stuff. So I like to try and limit that as much as possible. So 126 grams. You know what? I'm in an improvement phase. I'm going to treat myself to the extra gram there, peeps. Boiling water. Let me just bang this down so you can see what I'm doing. That's a bit better. So yeah. Boiling water going in. I normally have around about 300 millilitres of water with this. Mix it through, leave it to do its thing. It just kind of like plumps up quite nicely. Salt going in at 2 grams. Creatine, 5 grams. Six grams, that'll do. Little bit of a waz up, get that dissolved. And we're just going to leave this now to cool. While we wait for this rice pudding to cool down, you can eat this cold, but I prefer to eat it slightly warm. I've made a whey drip with Performance cookies and cream flavoured whey. So there's 30 grams of that. There's a dark peanut butter, fully roasted peanut butter, which is quite bitter, but I am bitter, so I enjoy it very much. And now we're adding some berries. They didn't have raspberries in Farm Foods when I did my monthly shop, so we've got Summer Fruits Edition, which isn't great, I'm not gonna lie, but it'll do the job. And we're having 150 grams of berries on top of this, 150 grams, and then we've got the whey drip that's going over the top. Ding dong. This is a way to start the Monday, let me tell you. So there we have it, meal number 1, a breakfast that is goated. Very, very good indeed. So we're gonna smash this now. Probably do a little bit of a block of work. I know it's my first day off today, but I've still got a big day of check-in. So my Sunday squad are checking in, and I think I've got around about 10 people checking in today. So I'm gonna do a little block of that, let this food digest, then get myself to the gym. But you don't need to watch me eating this. It's not going to be pretty. So the first block of check-ins are done and dusted, and I wanted to just show you very, very quickly a client called Jordan who has been on plan now for 14 weeks. Unbelievable scenes. So this is where his starting point was 14 weeks ago, and this is him now. Fucking wham. Absolutely flying. So yeah, you know, the progress that can be made in a short space of time when you really put your mind to it is amazing to see. So yeah, couldn't be prouder of the Sunday squad. They're all absolutely flying. Had a check-in with long-term friend and client Tom as well, which yeah, he's looking absolutely wild. He started the process 56 weeks ago at 96 kg, and he's currently been through a cut, and now he's in an improvement phase. He's at 92 kg at the moment, and again is looking completely different. You know, like the body composition has changed absolutely massively. So I'll show you this one as well. So this is Tom 57 weeks ago, and then this is Tom now. Like, this V-taper that Tom has got is incredible. So all of the work that he's been doing in pull sessions and density sessions is definitely paying off. You know, this top line is completely changed. So absolutely wild scenes. Love to see the lads absolutely flying at the moment. So anyway, we're gonna head into the gym now, do a bit of a push session, and then dive into the rest of the check-ins today. And hopefully my coffee machine will turn up soon, because no coffeeed Ryan is not a good look, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, peace. Konnichiwa, piggies, how are we? Anyway, we are back from the gym. How was it, you ask? Very good indeed. The pump has been secured, and now it's time for a very important meal, which is the post-workout meal. Pre-workout meal is obviously funneling our performance. It is funneling those macronutrients to support us in terms of our energy expenditure when we're in the gym. Post-workout is about replenishment. Imagine. So what have we got? We've got 150 grams of cream of rice. We've got 30 grams of whey. We've got 20 grams of honey, and we've got 2 kilo rice cakes sprinkled upon the top. Sounds absolutely gross, but don't knock it till you try it. Pretty good. I know the general population must just think like, what the fuck is he eating? What a fucking weirdo. But there we are. That's me. So this meal is about to go down. I've also bought a can of Monster because my coffee machine, which is sitting unplugged in the corner over there waiting to be collected. Still haven't had the time for that collection, and I can't go any further without having some caffeine in me. I normally have a pre-workout drink, which is a non-stimulating pre-workout. The reason I don't go for a caffeinated pre-workout is I just find that I peak and then I really drop off. Whereas with a pump product, and I go for the Trained by JP pump product, it just keeps you nice and level. It keeps your head nice and focused throughout the whole of the duration of the workout. And yeah, I need some caffeine in my system now. So about half an hour after I've had this meal, I'm going to smash that can of Monster, and I'm also going to smash out the last of this morning's check-ins. The squad is flying. the squad is flying, as I've shown you with a couple of clients a little bit earlier on today. Everyone is flying, everybody's in different phases, but everyone's making progress, and that's what it's all about, baby. So I'm not going to continue to film myself whilst I eat this meal, because only weirdos watch people eat food. Catch up with you shortly. Wagwan, we're back. I don't know how far this is going to travel with me, this gimbal. All the way. Good boy, well done. Anyway, it's time for meal number 3. That is magic, isn't it? Yeah, it's time for meal number 3 now. And what have we got? We've got 200 grams of raw weight chicken, which I've actually cooked on the barbecue outside. So I marinated this chicken with herbs and spices, a kind of like Greek style medley. And I marinated that overnight, and then I wound it on the barbecue. And there's nothing better than like grilled chicken, I think, you know? You've got to make your chicken and rice tasty. If there's one thing in life that you should never do, is just eat what's purely on your plan, right? You know, I always say to people, herbs and spices, there's fuck all calories in it, and that's what's going to give your food flavour. So if you are the sort of person who isn't seasoning their food, or, you know, putting some marinades on their protein sources, or doing something a bit special, you know what I mean? Because this has to be sustainable. Nobody on planet Earth is going to be able to eat like really dry chicken and rice for the rest of their life. And if you can't like confidently say, actually I think I can make this part of my life, eating this sort of food all the time, then you need to find the foods that you really do like. And actually just marinating stuff is good. It's really, really good. Anyway, guys, after this we are going to be taking Happus out for a walk. What I've been finding after meal number 2, in fact, is, especially when I was in the depths of writing my PhD and I was sitting down sedentary, staring at a screen endlessly, I was finding that after meal number 2, I was feeling incredibly tired. So I was having a little bit of a spike in my blood glucose. So instead now, after meal number 2, I go for a little walk, and exactly the same after meal number 3. So the timing is perfect, really, to eat this, get out prior to the DPD driver letting me know what the fuck is going down. Anyway, this is meal number 3. I'm going to tuck into this now, and I'll catch up with you for meal number 4. Imagine that's how it worked. One meal after another. Well, that's exactly how it's going to work, alright? We're not going to eat rice for the next meal. 3 rice-based dishes in one day is quite enough. We're going to get our potassium in now on meal number 4. But I'll keep it a little secret. Keep you tuned in by there now. See you shortly. Alexa, turn it off, please. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It is time for the evening food, or meal number 4, as people like to call it in the bodybuilding world. We have got 2 burgers, so 125 grams of beef, 400 grams of white potatoes, 100 grams of mixed peppers, and a little bit of salad on the side there. This is a hefty meal, so we're definitely gonna go walk the dog after this meal, make the most of the summer sun, and yes, gonna devour this now. Happy days. Right, see you down the road. What's happening, gang? We're back, and it's time for meal number 5, and it is a Ninja Creamy. For anybody who doesn't know Ninja Creamies, then get to know them. They are incredible. They're relatively low calories, and they are delicious. It's an ice cream, for anybody who doesn't know. And this method is very, very simple. Tommy Yule, this one is for you, right? Because I've just got Tommy, my coach, onto Ninja Creamies. I think he's ordered himself one to be delivered to his apartment out in Dubai for when he returns home. So this method is foolproof, right? So in a protein shaker, what I do is I add 1 scoop of whey with 200 milliliters of almond milk. So in terms of calories, very, very low overall. And what you do, shake it up, and then you pour it into one of these containers, and you have to leave it freeze between 12 to 24 hours. I've eaten them at 12 hours, and they taste just as good as 24 hours. So it's not a major deal breaker if time is not on your side, but it does require a little bit of preparation, right? So we've just pulled this out of the freezer now, frozen, hard, solid, and what we're going to do first and foremost is run this under the tap to get the ice off the side of this container. So you just run it under there for around about a minute maximum, I would say, like 45 seconds. Now it's ready to go into the machine. Comes with one of these little containers and it locks into place just as follows. Then there is a blade that goes on the top, so just lock this into place, insert it into the machine, which looks like this, and then you turn the handle, and what I like to do is I put it onto light ice cream mode. This machine is probably the loudest machine in the world. Like, genuinely, it is so fucking loud, but it is worth it, right? So light spin, here we go. Spin number 1 is done and dusted. So let's take a look at what this bugger looks like. So now we've got a relatively smooth ice cream, but the next part of this method is that you need the old knifey spoony, mate. We're going to be running a knife now along the edges of the Ninja Creamy to get off the excess ice that didn't defrost. And this is a little bit difficult for me to show you whilst doing it simultaneously, but I'm just running a knife around the edges of this Creamy to get that ice off. And then after this, I am going to wang this back in, but this time not on light ice cream mode, but on the respin setting. Time for some more noise. Spin number 2 is done, and now it looks like ice cream. Incredible. But we're not done just yet. I'm gonna make a little hole in this motherfucker. I'm gonna pop it onto my scales, and I am going to add some fats into this meal because I've still got 20 grams of peanut butter or dark chocolate to go in. So that is what is going into the middle of this. 18 grams. 18 grams. Go on, let's get to 20, baby. 20 grams. Spoon, not in my mouth. Let me tell you, even though we're in an improvement phase, we don't have to get sloppy, do we, people? Anyway, so that is now in the middle of this, and what we're going to do is we're going to go to the mix-in setting now. So any toppings that you want to put in, instead of re-spinning them, you just mix them in instead. So we're going to get into mix-in. And there we have it. The most delicious ice cream for very, very low calories, and you get to eat the whole pint. But we're still not finished. We're still not finished. What we're going to do now is get the scales back out. Get some honey in there. So 20 grams of honey drizzled over the top of this. $18. $20. Look at this. Absolutely incredible deliciousness. So there we have it, people. That is a wrap on this episode. I'm gonna tuck into this ice cream now. I just wanted to put a little disclaimer out there before I wrap this episode up by saying, please don't eat this food if you want to get lean. So these calories have been designed by my coach, and I would encourage anybody else who's looking for a meal plan to not emulate anything they see online, right? This is just what I'm eating based on my own data that I've been accumulating over weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, right? And slowly pushing food up, not just blasting as much food as humanly possible. But there you go. Happy eating, everybody. Yum.